Just receive some Glock bullets.
You made me want chips now, after saying salt. Now I want some chips with some sweet onion, whatever you call it. It's not
The
really
green
sauce,
Pringles,
is it?
the green Pringles, sour cream and onion. That's the
No,
badger.
no, chips,
the badger.
English chips.
Oh,
Come on. They have some in like
crisps.
in Venice Beach, not crisps. Crips.
Crap.
Well, things have slowed down here. Fnatic getting some info, but they don't know what's going on around Banana. They've seen 2 players, they've been forced away. I do wonder if we'll start to see flashes on the CT side for peaks, top Banana, for re-peaks and the like full of Meister, somebody towards the library, for example, to from a pop flash. Who knows how many kills he could get? Full of Meister needs no flash. We've got 4 people on the short and balcony area. And that's the A site taken by Astralis. Bomb plant's pretty much guaranteed at this point. Olaf doesn't want to overextend. Does he go towards Apps though?
Yeah, the T's already can force close range engagements, so a lot of the advantage has been lost by the USPs now. And they are going to struggle here, I think. We'll see, though, as Flusher looks to be the first man to take a peek in. And there's one straight in his face, courtesy of Zipex. Device will deliver similar treatment for Olaf Meister and JW. He was feeling left out, so he can get one as well. And that's a 1-0 for Astralis. They are off to a fantastic start here.
That is not the start you want on a CT side, for sure. All UMPs for Astralis. There's that, I think it was FaZe on Train, where we saw them have a roaring start to their CT side with a 5 UMP buy in the second round. I wanted to make a video about that, but maybe I will. At a later date. Dennis, not close enough in the apps to get a kill. CZ isn't what it used to be. Still a powerful gun, however. And it seems T-sides on the anti-force buy are more willing to venture into apartments than it used to be on Old Inferno, but I think the lack of the bedroom position has a lot to do with that, and the clearer windows around the balcony area. Speaking of balconies, here come Astralis. Pit taken, A taken. JW and Flusher remain, and now you wonder what they will opt to do, if they'll just try to position for exits or go for retakes, and it will be the former. That couch is, that's not nice, is it?
It's been soiled.
It does look like that way, doesn't it? Radio's nice though. SEO, search engine optimization. Perhaps that's what the radio is called. The search engine optimization radio. Have you ever paid, Dan, for search engine optimization?
No. I mean, you can do it yourself. Optimize things yourself, right? For search engines.
I suppose you could, but
I mean,
you might get to the point where you don't have time to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I only learned how to do it with YouTube. I don't know how complicated it is with the actual websites and stuff.
It's harder now because the search engines know how to look for the basic way, like when you just had blogs with posts on and stuff like that. That was the kind of basic way to do it. Bloggers linking to websites, and they'd rise in the Googler's rank engine, but they sorted that out. So it's more, takes more of a hands-on approach these days. Carpet bomb will force the CTs into the open.
Astralis were really good at this on the last map as well. They really don't. They don't take anything for granted. They don't just say, oh, you know, we're winning, we're having a great time. We're just gonna, run at them with UMPs or something. They actually try to run their set pieces and play it properly, which is not as common as it should be. Although it has gone a slightly pear-shaped here, but you can see they've got Dupree in a good position here, and they're actually just using some time. They're waiting to see if in them cutting the noise, okay, will they rotate into Dupree, and then they can go banana with the bomb, and actually that wasn't the case immediately. Fnatic are fairly slow, so Astralis are like, well, Dupree has the site, let's just go for the sure thing. And here is the sure thing, the bomb is now down.
Dupree repositioning. Does not want to get caught in a crossfire. He will regardless. But again, I think that enough damage has been done. There's only so much Flusher can do in a situation. Looking for something to rescue. Got himself a UMP. Could take that into the next round if he wanted to. We'll try to get something more out of this, but with 17 HP, there is money to be saved here for Flusher.
I hate that as well. You see how he looked at the bench? Like,
Yeah.
why is that there? Why is there something there that obstructs my movement? There's so many like small edges, like small steps that not only like affect your movement, like in that case they're next to a wall, but also that just like change the height of your model, right? Where was it that we had that? Where a ramp was basically a bunch of stairs, so you moving slightly, you could just keep like peeking and repeaking. The point being, the stairs should have like a ramp mechanic where you would just keep going up instead of actually being like steps. Which is I think what they have on some, like on Nuke, I think that's the case. It's like a ramp, I think.
Trying to think now of that step mechanic, but I'll leave it for another time. Crims with the off angle. Common angle on Old Inferno continues into New. It's good because you can also see some of the short position as well. I really see this position here, right? I think there needs to be a combo on the CT side where the guy sandbags, bounces grenades off that wall so it goes behind this short wall, and then an AWPer shoots through the wall just after it lands. It's pretty much a guaranteed frag if someone's there.
Or just double naded.
You could do that as well, but you don't. Do you want two people with grenades in their hands and nobody with a gun? Tianko, you could learn from me.
Yeah, because people run through smokes all the time.
Kebby looking to make a play into B. This could be really big, actually. He's just taking the initiative, seeing what he can create for his team, and it's a 4 versus 4, so there's definitely space to be gained. And the passive play here by Flusher could actually be what undoes Kirby. So really well played by Flusher. Still dies, though, somehow, even though he gets to drop onto Kirby. Does Kirby realize Dennis is lurking around the coffins? And in fact, he does not in time. And here goes Dennis taking down the bomber. There's no time to plant now. Dennis shutting down the round with that double. And Astralis, they lose their second rounds in 2 maps so far.
I think the problem in that round was they were like too spread out. Like 10 seconds before this, the bomb was still in towards T ramp, and also Zipex was bottom of banana. They were unsure whether Kirby will be able to make a play. You could see that Dupree was still aggressive in A app, so he was in no way to support his team. And then after Kirby like made his way through, probably made a call, come with me, we can go B. And he just got like 1 kill and died, and they weren't close enough together to secure the bomb site and plant the bomb. Still a reset opportunity in this round.
Standard layout from Fnatic. Not seeing any funky boosts on short roof at the moment, or any fun like that. A 4th player rotating towards A at the moment. His name is Flusher. And JW is taking a position around construction. Always important to try and at least hold position of construction for B pushes coming in. Especially in 1 versus 4. Garby continuing to creep, and JW caught in his common position. That's going to pull Flusher away, but Astralis not going crazy. Still 50 seconds left, and they can try to exploit the CTs yet more.
All the timing for Dennis, gets himself a triple spray down. 4th player is past his teammate, but he will be cut short eventually. Zipex coming in for the trade to save the day for Astralis. Crims will spot him, though. Kirby, so they realize, it looks like they realize now, double peek into Kirby. That's perfect there from Fnatic. And they pick up their consecutive round, their 2nd round. And that is the round that is going to put Astralis into financial woes. I'm not sure if they were in a situation where they would decide to force it up, but that's quite the lineup there for Dennis on the spray. Actually, he went for the headshot as well.
He's been paid off.
That was quite amazing.
That's usually why in executes like these, you have someone in boiler holding for that, but we have rush towards B then.
Yes, we do, and it's not going to be alive for much longer. It's
And
now
we don't
over.
have it anymore then. It's over then.
Didn't even get into B.
Didn't even get into the pool area.
Didn't get to look at B. Didn't even get that far. The tourist binoculars were not required.
Yeah, but as I was saying, that's why you have someone in boiler to kind of prevent that CT player from just being close up and mowing you down. He will not always get the kill, obviously, but he will make it possible for you to trade. But Dennis had a good call when he saw the smokes flying in to try and get ahead of it. And it was what won them the round eventually.
Usual setup from Fnatic. Keeping 2 towards B for the time being. Astralis slowly emerging. Device need not go beyond that angle with the AWP unsupported. Never know when the pop flash is coming. Crimson Apartments, or outside apartments, taking out Zipex. That will make the split more difficult. And he's checked it to make sure no one else is there. So that's some info for Fnatic. That said, again, Fnatic going for a 4th man towards the A bomb site, and JW changing up now. Flush is going to be on B alone, and JW has gone towards Arch. They'll play less predictable spots there. Off angle for JW. It's a nice shot. There's that new statue in Arch near CT. Sometimes see CT's hiding behind that as well. 2 players left for Astralis at the moment. Both spotted top mid. That's going to allow Flusher to push down. But will he get into position in time? It seems he will. Astralis going second mid. 20 seconds now. Bomb collected. Olofmeister's moved into the pit. There's Dupree picked off, and Device will hold on to the AWP. Or maybe he won't.
He definitely won't.
It's a nice victory for
He
Fnatic.
did.
Getting the big green gun, and that might change their approach to the B bomb site.
Yeah, it's a great series of rounds for Fnatic. 4 in a row, starting to really get some momentum going, some money perhaps. Ooh, almost 10k on Flusher, that's nice. Nice if you're Flusher.
Must be nice.
Must be nice. So looking aggressively with the AWP there for something. And there's a spot, giving it up is Glaive. Not too much really going for Astralis in this round, just looking for picks really. See if they get a kill here or there with the Deagles. With no utility, that's pretty much all you can hope for. Quick peek onto an angle, take a shot. Case in points. And hope that you get the headshots. And that's exactly what's going to happen, it seems. Dupree picks off 1. The gun is somewhat unretrievable, I would suspect, as there's more than 1 player that can respond. What will Flusher try to do here? It's like he's just going to guard the area. Doesn't want to give the gun away. Ooh, might be a chance here for Kirby going around the corner, but no. Looks like it's just down to Device now. And he can't get anything done either. So, a good effort from Astralis. They do get 1 player in the end, but it's back to buying ways.
Fnatic have turned this early part of the half round quite well. Second AWP coming out now for Olofmeister. He's had a few good games on Inferno recently with all the weapons, all the common weapons at the very least. And it seems he's maybe using the spawn timing. But no, we don't see everyone going for those picks down mid on New Inferno. Apart from Fox, of course. He will go into mid.
The best stopper in the world, according to Jay.
Some nice timing on those double nades. If they were a little bit later, then who knows. Slightly later, Kiabi holding the flash for Banana to force the car position away. And Device is there to punish.
Astralis working their way up Banana now. They have their 1 lurker in around second mid apartments. I'm not sure if Zipex is going to rejoin the lads on Banana, or if he's just going to try to keep hanging out here in pressure. It looks like he's going to rejoin them. And could very well be due to the fact that he's got so many grenades. There he is, lining up another one. So an assault onto B, a set-piece execution of smokes, molotovs and flashbangs onto the B-bomb sites. Flusher by second oranges. His teammate is isolated away mostly behind that smoke on coffins. How much can Flusher do here? As it appears like maybe he can do everything. 3 quick kills coming from him. A triple is exactly what the doctor ordered. Kirby able to take down Dennis, but he's got 20 seconds to plant, and Crims is going to catch him out. Another round for Fnatic. Went close that time, but Astralis could not close it down.
Astralis completely missed their CT smoke. They went into pool instead, and Olofmeister made it to CT before the cross came, which made things really awkward for Astralis. They had to face CT and the sites at the same time, and then eventually the re-smoke was there, but by that time it seems it was too late. And Fnatic, they're enjoying the success now, the spoils of victory. Money in the bank, and again after losing the pistol, you might expect a worse situation for them, but it's looking pretty good at the moment. They've broken Astralis, they have taken the money away. And the UMPs are a common occurrence now for the T side. Second AWP continues for the Fnatic team. No sniper onto Astralis. Again, I think it's Astralis' CT takes of Banana before they leave Device on his own are going to be quite interesting and hard for Fnatic to deal with. But for now, they need to focus on getting more than 3 rounds on the board.
I think they're still like their game plan is still good. It's just that Fnatic is playing really well individually. The 2 gun rounds, one Dennis had a triple kill on short, then we saw Flasha hold B almost by himself. That was awkward.
That's amazing. Amazing. Glaive forces his way up middle though, and he's going to find himself a frag. Opening up the map slightly, somewhat, I could say, as the rest of Astralis do try to work their way into the pit position. So they have some positioning to try to accomplish something here. And in fact, Dupree will use that position to take off Crimson's head, allowing now perhaps entry onto the bomb site. Still a player to worry about in library, and still, of course, a flank coming in from the balcony. So the plant might be the best case here. Olofmeister is going to sweep in like the Angel of Death here with an AWP. Oh, wow, I thought he was going to hit that one. The spot there, very nicely done from Astralis. Good cognizance of the situation. Still frags traded here as the bomb is now ticking away. 2 players left for Astralis now.
JW may be looking to smoke off the pit area. Olofmeister certainly needs that, but the smoke doesn't go down fast enough, unfortunately for him. JW doesn't see the player behind the pillar, and it is too much to ask for there. That crossfire too strong. Astralis win a round back. Fnatic forced to spend some money, and as we will soon see, their money is about to disappear.
That was pretty awesome. I mean, they were in a pretty poor position, to be honest. Down to 3 players. Managed to get 2 players into pit, and that's really where everything started. So, is there a chance here for Astralis to get themselves a bunch of rounds on the board? Glaive pressuring into the apartments as his teammate takes that position. It's really difficult to hold this as CT. You can shoot all the way to the end of the corridor from, I think it was Glaive who was on the bridge there. Around T-spawn.
Yeah, there are some nice angles. Got to stay to the right-hand side to be safe. Who isn't safe, though, is JW. Unable to retreat, has to stand and fight. It's going to force more rotation, but well, Astralis expect the rotation and capitalize towards A. That's where the bomb is, but it's going down Banana, back towards the B bomb site. And there's a player in construction for the T's. Olofmeister playing the information game, but surely Kiabi's going to turn and face him. That is quite the Trojan horse, but Olofmeister can't extend too much. Uh-oh, that's awkward. Now Kiabi doesn't know if Olofmeister knows where he is, and the rotation will begin again.
Yeah, I like how Olofmeister went for the round-winning play there. Trying to trap the entire team, as opposed to just launching the trap too soon. Springing it too soon. Dennis caught off. That's not good for Fnatic's chances. Olofmeister has a quad kill now. Does manage to just compensate right at the end there, but he took so much damage in the process. And he's not liking his chances. You can't blame him with 13 HP.
Ooh, Zipex is hunting. And he escapes with like 1 second. 1 second delay. And Zipex would have spotted him, but Zipex is still hunting him. So we'll see if he can hold on to this weapon. Seems he will. Astralis stringing together that consecutive round, and you can see what they've done to the Fnatic coffers. There's eco time for them, but again, from a 0-3 start, leading 6-4, soon to be 5, is a better spot for Fnatic, but perhaps they'll lose that lead now as they are pushed towards an eco. What will they opt to do? Olofmeister with a grenade and a flash.
Just all the clucking of the chickens, man. It's very off-putting. Sometimes it's like there's like one, and then there's like 5, just going at it, just going ham. And Kirby's really fast timing here. Right at top banana. No fear. No fear. Could very well be a lot of pistoling players hanging around there, but he is no fear. Push into second mid from CTs, from Crimson, I think that is. Just almost catching Dupree off guard. Well, he did actually catch him off guard. Couldn't get a... he's trying to get a position there where he could get like an easy couple of headshots, but he was unable to do so. And now the banana push happens for the CTs around the AK. The Olaf saved. Charlotte should be fine here. They're looking to move into A with good time.
Yeah. Olofmeister, the only threat. And once he gets traded, should he get traded, then that's going to be a wrap. Dennis, can he go for a knife kill here? Oh, that's awkward. He can't pick up. Oh, he has picked up the gun as well. Olofmeister still alive. They're both heavily tagged, but Dennis will fall to the flames. There's a 1D from Flusher, and now he's got the man advantage. But for how long again? Only one player has Kevlar at this point. I don't know if it matters that much. With only 12 HP. Zipex, last man. Trying to avoid a double peak. The spray continuation will be enough, though. He will survive. He'll prevail. Fnatic did a lot of damage with just that one gun. And it might pay off in these last 3 rounds as they come back on the bye.
I loved how Dennis was like barely just escaping. It's like, oh, I need to escape with this AK. Runs through the smoke. I've made it, and just runs straight into a Molotov behind the smoke. That's quite funny to me. Olofmeister looking for another aggressive peeker with the AWP. The jumping, the bunnying. Can't really find an angle there. You don't typically want to go deeper than that unless there's someone to throw a deep flash, because there could be an AWP waiting on that angle. So he's going to play it cautiously. Although Fnatic, I say cautiously, Fnatic have 2 positions in apartments, which is very aggressive for the CTs of New Inferno. So they should realize somewhat what's going on. They should be able to have a good guess. But Astralis is just going to go straight for this, so it still might catch Fnatic off guard.
5-man on Rhodes. But not going through just yet. That smoke is nasty. Will they commit to it? Punishing JW through the tracers. And now they start to move in. But there are 3 CTs here. Flusher needs help. He's got a flashbang, but it's not deep enough. Looking around the smoke. Waiting for somebody to jump up on the barrels. Olofmeister is in a position to help as well. Taking a second kill, leaving in a 2-on-2. But Crimson is very late on the rotation. Dennis holding things down. Another shallow flashbang, so Kiabi's okay for now. You can see Dennis is repositioned into construction. Kiabi's got 25 seconds, so not all the time in the world to find a safe-ish position with which to plant. Going for the fake. But nobody facing just yet. 15 seconds now. He's got to do it. Stuck in the open. That's awkward. It's the UMP onto Crims, though. Trying to get the best position he can. They're coming up. They're lining up. And they will deliver the kill Fnatic to take the lead once more. Or pick up as well. Money's rough, though, for both sides. Looks like Astralis will save for the last round. So there's a pocket of air with which to breathe in for Fnatic.
2 Deagles. And we saw this before from Astralis. Maybe 1 kill if they're lucky. That's what you'd expect reasonably from this round. Not trying to invest too much. And that's 1 Deagle dealt with. Can Glaive pick it up though? Yes, he can. Deagle blaze for him. And Kiabi has himself and a UMP. JW's UMP is now being collected. I do wonder when we'll never see this this floating stickers thing ever again.
Let's go TV main.
Because the floating stickers have been in the game for a very, very, very long time. See, there they are. And they're gone.
The Go TV bugs essentially don't get fixed. It's not something that gets repaired, unfortunately.
What's that?
I don't know. I don't make the game. I have no idea. Both teams are man down. Flusher very deep in B, and that might make Fnatic nervous. Indeed, you see Olofmeister moving to the speedway position. With the AWP, he can have, if he's fast enough, he's got a reasonable opportunity. The bomb spotted towards A, and he'll make his way back while Crims tries to hold things down. He's heavily tagged, needs to reload. He's got to play for support though. Dennis is there as well. Flusher moving down, holding on to things for now, leaving Kiabi alone in the second last round. And these pistols will give the CTs confidence. Flusher's not overextending though, until they know where the last player is, and now he will come out and say hello. Again, as the last man on Banana, Flusher doesn't need to rotate all the way and try and hunt. Because if the guy's T-ramp, then he gets a bomb plant. If he's in the crawl space and finds a kill, takes him by surprise, then he gets a bomb plant. So he can just narrow the positions the last Astralis player can be in and allow the 3 men on A to do the rest of the work.
Oh, that's not paid off for Dennis. He typically likes to go for those peaks. JW getting the aggression going towards Banana as well. Bit of burn damage, but it'll all be okay. They'll apply some aloe vera. Everything will be great. Everything will be fine and dandy. Relief will be had. Soothing, cooling relief. But this has given an opportunity for Astralis. And actually, look at what Fnatic are doing here. They're taking a gamble. Put 4 players towards A initially. They're floating one back now, but still. Gambling that it's going to be A. Olofmeister are going aggressive here through the smoke. Fnatic just love to get aggressive. Does get traded, and that is the nature of the beast. Double-edged sword is all this aggression, but it still put Fnatic ahead.
1 minute on the clock. Flusher's got no one to flash for him, really. Just got to stand and fight. It's not going to work out for him. Crims will lose as well. So the last round, it's JW against Glaive and Zipex. All 3 players quite tagged, so JW has a chance. It's an AK for him as well. I'm sure he'll pick it up. Of course he won't. But if he dropped his gun, it would give his position away. So he's chosen stealth over the one-shot capabilities of the AK. He's got a smoke grenade. I was going to say he could try and deploy it while that one is still up, but that chance is gone. Glaive's not going to give him a second opportunity. There's a scoreboard over the drain pipe. 15 kills for Flusher. Zipex not far behind on 14. And nothing between the 2 teams as we move into the second half. So a much better start for Fnatic.
I think this is what you get, obviously, when individuals start playing better. After being down 3-0, it was great plays from Dennis on A, Flusher on B, basically that allowed them to get their foot back into this game. And they need to keep up with those performances if they are to win eventually.
Zipex asking some questions of Banana. Nothing really giving itself up. Flusher's hiding by the logs though.
Press G. There we go. Thank you.
And Flusher, oh, the P250. The P250, man, it's good. The armor penetration is fantastic. And Astralis, they've got all armors. They've, on the 4 remaining players, they have Kevlar up. The trade comes in though. Towards Banana, and that's going to open up passage. A passage has been, the sea has been parted towards B. Olaf will lead his men to salvation on the B-bomb sites.
Dennis has a USP then.
That's not good for the CTs. Device towards construction. Kiabi and Dupree going very slowly. No kits though. So they don't have all the time in the world. Double peek is enough to stop Dennis.
Dennis is dead then.
That is a dangerous player taken down, and Device is also dead, leaving 2 more CTs. But again, this is not an easy spot for them, and Fnatic are not making it easy by any means. They are really killing the clock. It's a nice one-tap onto Olofmeister, but at this point you have to wonder if it's too late. Crims doesn't have much to do, and I think it is over as far as the CTs are concerned. That's a lovely shot onto Kiabi. Can he get the last one? He's not going to save his max armor, and indeed he will. And he survives. Not that it really matters, because he'll buy a helmet. But he got some nice bonus cash towards the end. This shot. Swinging his mouse across a flat surface. He didn't even go past. He just stopped on his head. Because an AWP will swipe past and land the shot. He just stops dead.
It's a pistol round. He can't have an AWP, James.
That is also true, Yanko. That is also very true.
PT50, 5-7, CZ, Deagles. It's a variety show, the pistol variety show for Astralis. And Fnatic, these are the kinds of rounds where I'd be worried for them with their looser playstyle against a team like Astralis on a map like Inferno.
You can also see the difference in approach and the buy, right? 2 AKs on Fnatic. Sure, Crims could have probably afforded it and the nades, but look at this. Like with a minute left on the clock, they only have a smoke, 2 flashes, and a Molotov. Fortunately, Olofmeister gets the kill on Glaive, but there's still 2 players left on B. On the contrary, Astralis in their anti forced by round had 5 SMGs, all of the utility, and they used it pretty much as a unit. They didn't just waste it around. So this can still get dangerous for Fnatic. They did decide to group up, which is a good thing. And Astralis is making the wrong call at the moment, going towards B.
Nice shot there. Onto Kiabi. So it's all good in the hood for Fnatic as they look to head towards double figures. And now the question for Astralis is, do they stay on B and try not to give all that bonus money to Fnatic? Do they try to position for some kills? Or do they expect to be hunted and just stay where they are and try and position for some kills anyway? See Device with a nice angle with Deagle. Don't see this very often these days on Inferno. It is, though, a relatively new map, even now. There's a horse in the background. Or is it a pony? Sounds like a horse to me.
Definitely a horse.
How can you tell?
I don't think a pony can get that deep with the voice. Too small.
Definitely not as deep as a horse. Dan, back to you.
Back to pistols for Astralis. Back to pistols. Fnatic having a great time. Having a great time so far. Loads of utility to expend in this round. So maybe we'll see something more elaborate, perhaps. But likely not. Likely not. It's just the basics. Deep incendiary Molotov there from Olofmeister, as his teammates will also follow up and try to take the space here towards top banana. It's going to work out pretty well. There's only 1 player towards top mid right now, which is Dupree with a Deagle. And Flusher can have all the confidence now to keep going in towards B, but he gets shut down, which is going to slow things down a little bit towards that B-bomb site. And they didn't get the information as to how many players are there, but this kill from JW, that's going to be the kill that tips him over the edge and tells him to go A. Olofmeister waits. Olofmeister baits.
I feel like we are going to see some kind of update to the SMGs at some point, because I think it was Edo from Valve who responded to a thread about the UMP being OP for its purpose. And it gave me the impression that they're going to have a look at things and see where the balance lies. Is it too dominant? think there's balance to be had between the UMP and the MP7 for sure.
It just needs a faster reload.
On a UMP.
Yeah.
I like the MP7. I like it a lot. 3 CTs towards B for this round at the beginning for Astralis. So again, using that utility to take control of the banana area. That's a bad miss. There we go, third time's a charm. I was really hoping he'd fail for the third person perspective. That would have been awesome. But indeed, well, it's Zipex who's going to start off alone towards the banana area. So again, Astralis trying to keep Fnatic on their toes, but it's the other way around at the moment. 3 people on short with 1 on the balcony position, and Kirby can't get any kills there. Is it abandoned ship for the CTs?
Yes.
This is pretty unfortunate because I actually do believe that Astralis was expecting this, hence the 4-man setup on the A bomb side, but Dupree just caught it at a bad time. I'm not sure if he was trying to completely switch his position so they could adjust the setup, or did he just want to throw the nade? If he only moved to throw the nade, that's a bit silly. But yeah, Fnatic, again, with that fast-paced style towards the A bomb site, probably themselves expecting Astralis to go back to that setup where they have device towards banana and players like putting him in position early on. So good call from them, good execution, and they do get the first gun round. Now this is still going to be dangerous since Astralis did manage to save the op and 2 more M4s. But Fnatic making good progress.
Yeah, they really are making fantastic progress. 12 for them, 7 for Astralis. Device perhaps going aggressive with the AWP. Can he find something here? Is there a flash to be had? Is he brave enough to go any deeper? It would be foolish. And he will remain sensible and fall back with his team. Fnatic looking to take basic map control. Great off angle there from Olafmeister, catching Zipex. Instant frag. Not allowing Zipex even a chance to react as Fnatic take top mid with having a man up already. Their chances in this round should be quite strong. And there's another man up situation. What does Astralis do? They need to respond here. They need to take a gamble. They must take risks. They're down 2 men.
JW in the apartments, just making a nuisance of himself, allowing Crims to capitalize on that distraction. Astralis are really struggling on their CT side, and to put it frankly, Fnatic are going to be 3 rounds away from victory, and you wonder if there's a way back into this for Astralis after such a dominant train. The shoe is firmly on the other foot in this half.
I'd say the shoe is on the throat of Astralis at this point in time, James. I think what Astralis needs to do here to adjust is either use device in a more aggressive manner, maybe send him towards A apartments early on so that he can try and get a pick there, or just use all of their utility early, because right now Fnatic is just attacking very early on. As we saw, Device get a couple of great kills, but he forfeits his life eventually. So Astralis, either you use your utility early on, so you make that aggression from Fnatic much more difficult to execute, or you just try and rely on your timing to counter flash at the right time and stop their execute in the tracks.
Tactical timeout, I believe, from Astralis. 6th round deficit at the moment.
Yeah, the scoreline is not as far away as it looks. It can be, obviously, if Astralis are able to get a couple on the boards, maybe break the money Fnatic, you know, that all of a sudden they have a chance to get pretty close. It's like we're having a restoration. A restoration. It's being performed.
Have you ever restored anything, Dan? Like the table,
my
or
confidence.
Self-respect.
Yeah.
Confidence works. That's good. That's a good one.
Dignity. But that keeps going, so I think
I feel like dignity is regenerative.
Regenerative.
You don't need to necessarily restore it. It just comes back after a while when, you know, news is old news. That it just regenerates.
What's that radio saying? What's going on?
I did wonder, yeah. I'll have to go and listen to it one day. And make a video complaining about it. That is a God Grenade! Device taking some damage. But he will not be deterred from his mission. Very quick on the trigger finger. Bullet whistling past his head. I think I saw the impact off the wall behind him. There we go. Glaive trying to do what he can. Got to be careful there with those tracers. Every third bullet gives your position away. The follow-up grenade. Dennis is down. 3 players remain on this push from Fnatic. Bomb has been left though. They deliberately dropped it in mid.
Oh, JW out of the balcony there, catching Dupree, pushing the issue, forcing Astralis to use their utility to tighten up on the bomb site. Scrims goes in as well. That's a fantastic shot. And now all of a sudden, there's a real chance here for Fnatic to get in. They've got plenty of time too. The rotation from Banana's coming in the back, but that's been caught by Crims as well. Absolutely on top of everything so far. And there's the final frag from Flusher. What a brutal attack. A very swift couple strikes there in an otherwise drawn out attack, which looked like it was going Astralis' way. Will yield another round for Fnatic. 14-7 now, with Astralis in a spot where they can't really buy. But they must.
They're also having a lot of problems towards that A bomb site. This time Device does find the pick towards Banana. Fnatic still goes for that A site, and they again manage to find entry. It's fire everywhere, James.
Flame carpet, as one Dormammu would like to drop. Glaive's been picked off towards the bomb site. Zipex is there as well, but again, it does not look good for Astralis. Kind of like a microwave dinner. Dupree taken out as well. 1 man down per site. So where do Astralis put their third person now? Device is rotated towards the B bomb site. Now they've lost all eyes towards A. Moving down Banana might be their only choice at this point. 2 versus 5. 3 players tagged for Fnatic. But still, the numbers game is surely too great.
Boom. Hello. I'll have that. AK4 device. Nice little upgrade. This is kind of crazy. The dominance here we're seeing from Fnatic. Dominance. What would you say, Yanko? You feel as though Fnatic, or rather their strongest maps are, like, at the moment?
I think Inferno.
Because it does seem like every time I've seen them on Inferno, they are really comfortable.
Yeah.
I think it suits their style.
Inferno is definitely number 1 in my opinion. I'd say Mirage is pretty high up there as well. Train is a good map for them. Hobble, I think those are their... I'm not sure about Cash actually.
Yeah.
Where Cash is in contrast to Hobble and Train, but I think those are like their 5 maps. Nuke is their permaban, and then Overpass as well as a map they would prefer to avoid. So that's a problem for them when it comes to best of 3s.
Triple nade from second mid into the balcony position, and Fnatic are taking apartments very quickly indeed. Kiabi in a position we saw Crimson earlier. JW is not going to check for it, and he won't even... Oh, that's really difficult, but how can Astralis expect him to emerge so quickly? All of my blind spraying. No kill though. Flush is there for support as well. Fnatic moving quickly around the map, but they've left a bomb in second mid.
They're trying to push the smoke here, trying to go for all the plays. Flusher able to knock Zipex off the plant pot position, as Crims now goes to recollect the bomb. This is a really interesting spot because of the amount of presence and pressure Flush is exerting towards B. Really convincing Astralis that right now it's smart to have 2 players of the 3 towards B. And with the time on the clock too, the uncertainty is fairly high. And you can see the positioning here from Astralis. Very tight angles, essentially just playing information as well. They know the bomb has to cross to one of these bomb sites.
The issue here is like Flasha has no presence. I mean, he is in the B bomb site, but he has no idea what's going on. If someone checked like pool and is walking towards banana, that's why Crims is being super careful. And now he starts moving, but I don't think he should make his way all the way to construction. Kirby's waiting for it, and Flasha still wins the duel. So in the end, ends up being a great result for him, although the play in itself was probably slightly flawed, but who cares, 2v1 situation now. And Fnatic, very close, winning Inferno here versus Astralis.
Yeah, picking up a very nice frag through the smoke there.
Nice.
Flusher to add insult.
Nice.
A battery of insults to injury. Device, though, able to just walk straight in with a double kill. Steal away the round. What a baller.
Solid. He made it look fairly standard. Just Device things for Device. Not out of this yet. He's got a reasonable spawn with the AWP as well. But again, we don't really see the AWPers go towards A and face T ramp. So we'll see what Device is choosing to do. If you go for peaks and someone's near you, always need to tell them not to block you, because it can be the difference between life and death. That's a glorious flashbang. Could have been two, just the one though. GW taken down, spotted a second player there, but that is a big warning shot. Will Device rotate the AWP? Doesn't seem so at the moment, as AWPers commonly would do. Now this nice aggression from the CTs towards Banana, but it's completely avoided. That is a clearance on B for Fnatic.
Yeah, smoke's down. Cover the cross, make things safe. Lurk is gone though. Crims is gone. He's going to leave his team down to a 3 versus 3. With some level of information, Fnatic will be aware that Banana is a possibility, and there is Flusher who's there to take care of that. Already with a frag looking to make it number 2, and that's exactly what it will be. And now Dupree, I think he forgot. It's like, this is match point, I think, for a second there. Starts walking back towards CT spawn. But it's over unless he wins this clutch. 1 versus 3. Pretty hard to ask for that one. 16-8 is the final score as Fnatic show a very, very dominant T side.